Well, hello, crypto lunatics. Today I bring you a little crypto gem for those who think they've missed the boat. Now, this is going to be shrouded in controversy, as with any of Richard Hart's coins. This guy, to new people who are new to crypto, the best way I can describe David Icke to you is he's a bit like the David Icke of the crypto world. That would be the fastest analogy I could make. He has a band of loyal followers that love him, and a lot of people saying that he's a scammer. He is not the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy. So this is going to be a little bit controversial. I've dropped on the side that I quite like him. Now, yes, he is a little bit arrogant and he does like to flash his bling, probably a little bit too often for me. But nonetheless, I'm going to forgive him that because I think he's genuinely a good guy and I think he's doing some good stuff. So the bottom line, PulseX. We're going to talk about PulseX today, folks. PulseX. So this is for people who are late to the party and think, oh no, there's all these coins, I've made all these gains. Well, it's not really too late for the party for any of the cryptos, in my humble opinion now. Not financial advice, folks. I'm just here to give you my views and my outlook on the market, what's happening and what's going on, and to point the light in certain directions so that you can fast track in looking into things that I think might be interesting for you. So Richard Hart he made a lot of money with Ethereum, and now he has created a similar to Ethereum ecosystem with far lower fees than Ethereum. So it mimics Ethereum, and it's called Pulse Chain. Now, one of the coins within his ecosystem is PulseX, which was launched a while back, a couple of years ago, and it's gone down since the launch price. So the people that got in really early, you're getting in for lower than they are. So if you're looking at risk reward, well, the people that got in early here are currently sitting on a loss. And let's look at that now. Let's look at that. So here we are on CoinMarketCap. And you can see here, I've zoomed out to when it was actually launched. And if we look here, this was the entry point. This was the kickoff point for everybody that got in early. And you can see it's significantly down on that. So there we have it, folks. It is roughly trading at 25% of what people got in at early doors. So an entry point now represents a fairly good potential entry point, providing, of course, you believe in the coin. What is the coin? Well, let's look. Yes, they don't like Richard Hart. Now, what's interesting about Richard Hart's coins, if you look up Hex, by market cap, it's one of the higher coins. It doesn't even list where it should be. They really don't like, the crypto institutes do not like Richard Hart, and for some reason they've blackballed his coins. He's made a lot of people a lot of money. There are people that call him a scammer. There are plenty of videos where they're going to shoot down Richard Hart. I would say just judge by the people who have actually got in. As Richard Hart will tell you, show me the first person that I've scammed or ripped off. And all of these people accusing him of being a scammer have still yet to bring anyone forward to say they've actually been scammed by Richard Hart. So that, to me, tells me everything that I need to know about it. Well, maybe not everything I need to know, but it's certainly a good indication. Now let's look. So great entry point. It's way down on what the early doors people got in at. Let's look at news. So here's another aspect of Richard Hart. The SEC, which is the regulator in America, have taken him to court, and they've been throwing all sorts of charges at him. They've been doing this to a few cryptos, XRP being the big one. And Richard Hart has been fighting it. It's really been drawing him down. So this court case has suppressed the price. It suppressed the price of PulseX. And that is why it's so much lower now than the people got in it. They're at him. They're the dark forces of the Matrix are grabbing Richard Hart by the balls right now, and they're squeezing. And that is what has suppressed the price of PulseX. Is it really a scam? Well, back to the fact not one person has come forward and said that Richard Hart has scammed me. People have made money with his other coins, Hex, and Pulse Chain is a new one, along with PulseX. So it remains at court. At some stage, this will have to be resolved. And then there will likely be a nice big peak in the market. Let's look at the crypto fear and greed. We're in fear now. Now, it's always better to buy when we're in fear. Back to Warren Buffett. When everybody else is fearful, be greedy. And when everyone else is greedy, be fearful. So that indicates that it's probably a reasonable time to buy. Yes, of course, with all cryptos, it could go down. But will it? Will it, folks? Maybe. But we're in it for the long term. So let's go to crypto rank and look at the PulseX chart for all time. And there it is. There it is, folks. So obviously this shows a slightly reduced entry point to the last chart, which is obviously where it spiked when it first got released. So even that says that we're still below the entry point now. We are below the early entry point of when people got in. So the bottom line is, folks, that this is a project that's been out there. Richard Hart, whether you love him or hate him, most people that launch cryptos, they don't want anyone to see them. They want to hide in the background. You don't even know who they are. Richard Hart is very front and central and very vocal. And as I say, he's a little bit like Marmite. You're either going to love him or you're going to hate him. But the point being that this represents a great opportunity to get in early at a fairly well-established coin at less than the early adopters got in at. So that is all I'm going to tell you, folks. Make your own mind up. There's plenty out there on Richard Hart, and you can watch as much or little as you like. Or you can just take my word for it that this might be something interesting to look at if you're going to have a little dabble. Again, not financial advice at all. And I've only put tiny amounts in, folks. So even if this thing goes completely bankrupt, it's not going to make any difference to me. But if it does 100 or 1000x, then that will be a very useful day in the sun. So it's calculated risk at my end with very low sort of entry amount to go in at. But definitely, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. There's going to be plenty of people slagging off PulseX. But for me, I think that this could be a winner. What do you think? I'll be very interested to get your thoughts. And if you want my unbiased, unsupported, I do not get paid by any of these cryptos or any of the exchanges that I talk about. So you know that you're getting neutral information here. Just from somebody that has been navigating these things on my own. And if you would like more of the same, folks, then please do subscribe and join the journey, and you'll get more insights from me. If you could subscribe there, that will help me in the channel. And if you want more of my random content, then there's a little video for you there. Thanks for your time, folks. Be lucky and have fun as you navigate the crypto space.